Absolutely.
Nah.
I count your heart rate.
I count your heart rate.
As long as you get butt ass naked, we good.
Yeah, don't do that.
Time you say you got butt ass naked.
Nigga say somebody hollered out, he need a sheet.
You ain't hear the story.
Yeah, pull it back over, boy.
Nigga say get his
So the echo don't. So the echo.
Nigga swear, she need a sheet.
I need your light a bit, dog.
That cool.
Oh.
Yeah, we better now. We better. That echo got them to kill me.
You're going to die. Tobacco.
What made you take your teeth out, man?
Growing up, man,
Man, I hate when niggas say
in
shit
corporate.
like that.
No, I'm really in corporate America, man.
What the fuck that got to do with anything?
As he in there with
I
the
like-
big bone chain on, he ain't take that off though.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck
listen,
outta here,
I lose all this shit, but I mean, so my teeth wasn't properly done. I
Okay.
just had the nigga teeth, and I was just on my health trip, man, and vegetarian, and I didn't need all that shit.
I could dig it. Say that though, because I my thing with people in general, bro, is that we had this conversation before where I was saying how. Who the fuck told you that a suit was the shit you had to wear to a meeting?
Shit, the white people.
The white man said
Right,
Fuck
but
you
what
mean
I'm
who told you
yeah,
that shit?
exactly. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So my thing is when we do shit, it's like we feel like we gotta conform to their shit to be in their world when sometimes you don't.
Right.
You feel me? And it's like at some point you gotta control your own narrative of how shit's supposed
I
to
got
be.
a
But I
question.
respect it though.
Who, like this bucket, right?
Yeah. It's a show bucket.
All right, so what go in the bucket?
Nothing.
You know who you remind me of? That I'm gonna link y'all up. Derek Grace.
I fuck with him.
You need to get Derek Grace. I did his teeth.
I know
man.
that.
His
I was gonna
family.
ask you, did you do his girl teeth too? She just got hers done.
No, they backdoored me. But listen,
What you mean you did his teeth?
He did his
I'm
grill.
grill?
Jeweler 12. Come on, man.
So
He did mine.
No, I know that though. I'm saying though, you did his girl. Oh, okay. She got a grill.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, the bitch
did
some
his
gold, but
girl.
I guess yes.
Y'all got a lot in common though, because he's tatted the fuck up, and like his daddy was a CIA agent.
Right.
He's into politics, and he's just
Nah, he a bad motherfucker. in
not
general.
what you expect,
Right.
to be as smart as he is, and just you know what I'm saying.
And why that's the reason I like when you said because I'm XYZ ABC.
Yeah.
And he one of the people to come to mind when you think of that, because when you think about intelligent, we feel like intelligent is a look. Just like when we had the podcast on racism, and they associate what a good black person is
Correct.
based on image.
Absolutely.
You can't be a good black person.
My image bad.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I hate when we talk about belonging somewhere, because motherfucker invite you into any motherfucking room if you got the right brain or you worth something.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? It ain't got shit to do with a suit or none of that.
100%.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
They,
so-
when I go check into a hotel and I got a tank top on, they put me on the first floor.
Right.
Every time though. If I cover up my tattoos or whatever, what floor would you like, sir?
Yeah.
12. Do you wear black Air Forces?
Fuck no, man. Come on, man.
He definitely can't get away with them.
With the muscles and some black Air Forces, you can't
dangerous.
even get a room.
I'm a
man.
judge. I'm a judge. You did.
One thing about me,
You
man,
knocking niggas out.
I'm a slim nigga in my mind though. So like my finesse is my fashion, my finesse. I don't think a nigga can outdress me. That's really what I want to do though. I really want to address challenge in the city. I don't think a nigga can outdress me. Now here's the rules for this shit though. You can't go pick mannequin clothes. We all know, you know what I'm saying? You can't go buy the shit off the mannequin that just got the price tag on it and swear you fresh. You
Who
understand
gonna
what I'm
judge
saying? I don't care who judges.
Motherfucker, I was gonna say motherfuckers dress too weird for you to have a competition now though.
But no, this is what we got to do though. We got to put a price limit so you can't spend over. All right,
Right.
you can't spend over,
All right.
and you can't buy everything out the same store.
Price doesn't justify fashion.
No, it doesn't though. But some niggas will go buy, nigga, this a $15,000. Man, you look wild as
$15,000 worth of
fuck.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm
you
telling
look
you.
wild as fuck
Right.
though.
Nigga
But
got a
you-
$20 dress on.
Right, but then niggas will beat you.
With a sweater.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't tell him he ain't the flies though. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I say, bro. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
dress too weird, bro. The judge is gonna be weird.
Yeah.
You're gonna be out here in some shit that's really like low key,
That's-
hard, tough as fuck.
That's
They
why
gonna-
everybody need a
yeah.
price limit. So
This
we
nigga got
can't.
Jordans and a kilt on.
Yeah, that's why everybody needs a price limit.
Your
though.
ass in the fashion
Oh, man.
competition with that on.
So like as a muscular nigga, I would like to challenge, man, all these thin ass niggas and no chest,
But
big
this
belly
where
ass
this where your
niggas.
problem gonna come in at though.
What's that?
We were just out there talking about thighs and legs and shit.
Yeah, I'ma struggle to find-
There's no way you gonna fit in skinny legs, man.
Absolutely though.
These
It's
niggas
gonna be a
wearing
struggle.
skinny legs now.
But you gotta understand, these niggas be having big bar bellies and still be pulling that shit off though. You ever seen a fat nigga in the skinnies?
Me.
Well, why would you do that, man?
He got little nigga legs though.
Are we recording? Are we on?
Yeah,
It's rolling.
Bring us in. Before we go any
Yeah,
further.
listen,
go ahead
man.
and bring us
Hey,
in,
listen,
man.
Nah, I like these kind of podcasts.
Yeah, bring us in.
Hey, check this out, man. Y'all know what y'all listening to by now. This is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I am one half of the host, Big Red. Big Red, that's horrible. Who called me that? Where did that come from? That's why you don't drink before the podcast.
Who the fuck is
please
Big Red?
don't call me Big Red. Edit that out if you can. I am the Big Abe Adam Taylor.
You might want to reset.
Rich Red. No, that's cool.
Here.
Keep that in there. Just don't nobody call me that. I don't know who that. My office hours are from. Don't call me Big Red.
Just call you Big Clifford.
Right. Fuck that.
What's that movie, The Temptations?
Nah, you talking about what Big Red was in it? That's why I said my office hours are from 9 to 5. For real. But nah, man, it's the Big Ape Adam Taylor, man, in here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Eat, man. And we got two special guests in here, man. Two family members, man. We got Big Bone, the heavyweight, the big money man, the jeweler of the city in the building. Can I get a free grill? I need you don't do no free. I can't get a podcast.
Yeah, we do family discount.
That's what I'm talking about. Free.
That nigga discount ain't even a discount.
It ain't.
That's bullshit.
I hate that
They
nigga.
gonna finesse your
Yeah,
ass.
I hate that nigga one.
Why is that attached to my name? Right?
Because you tight, bro. You the tightest motherfucker I ever met in my life, bro.
Right.
Lord.
Man, he tight, bro. But go ahead, finish getting him.
And I'm uncomfortable as fucking hell. This is my first bald head podcast. I don't. This shit don't feel right.
Oh, you
and
don't got a head over.
And I think this the one that's gonna go viral. So I don't want people to see me like this. But I got my big brother in here, man. Andre Marvray. What's happening, big dog?
What's up with you, baby?
ATL, learn much hedge fund. What they call that shit? What's the title of your position?
Financial advisor with a specialty in estates and trust planning.
Right. So how many multi-million-dollar accounts are you over?
36.
So that's 36 multi-million-dollar accounts that this man is over. So y'all gonna hear him say some dumb shit in here today. But please understand that my boy is definitely handling his business, man, and a good financial advisor to go to. Today's podcast, man, is probably one of the ones that I've been looking forward to the most. I think it's the one that people need to hear. I think it's the one that's gonna go viral. And all bullshit aside, it's something that I can't wait to talk about, bro. It's why do men cheat? This is the age-old question. You understand? So as I kick it off, bro, this is what I'm going to tell you. A lot of people have asked this question in various different forms, on various different platforms. They've asked it to friends, family, and I always feel like they get a bullshit answer. So today, I'm going to clear up the myth for everyone. You understand? So everybody watching this shit, buckle up, grab your, put your seatbelt on, grab your motherfucking beverage, whatever you need to do. The question you've been wanting answered your whole entire life, women across the country, is about to get answered right here on this podcast. Why do men cheat? And before we get into it, understand this is not to be debated. You understand me?
God damn.
This is a non-debatable conversation.
Okay.
So when the women watch this shit, it's not for you to debate. This is why we don't have no women on this podcast today. You want to know why men cheat? You want to know the conversation the bros have when you're not around?
The barbershop talk.
Right, and the girls aren't around. Not only are we going to give you that, we're going to go to the next level, the shit that the motherfuckers be ashamed to talk about in front of their boy. We're going to give you all that shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So this isn't for debate. You can disagree all you want to. I personally don't give a fuck. It's going to happen to you how it's going to happen to you. You understand? So that's the topic of the show. So before we get into that, man, look, what was y'all talking about? The teeth? Was it the teeth thing before we get into it?
Yeah.
You asked him something before I introduced everybody, and I don't want to skip over that.
No, I asked him why he removed his because he had how many gold teeth you had?
16.
16. He had 16 gold teeth, and he does grills.
Mm-hmm.
He does teeth in general, like jewelry in general. He's a jeweler. On top of being a dope rapper.
Right.
So I asked him why he pulled his teeth out, and I said he got the extra white, the expensive veneers in. You feel me? Not the
one size fit all.
Yeah, not the big cheap ones, the embarrassed ones.
You ain't got the one size fit all.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He got them Denzel.
So I asked him that because like if you're in a business, usually you want to be like a spokesperson for what you do. If you do grills, you probably gonna wear a grill. Right. But I just asked him why he removed them because I was curious, and he gave me an answer that I didn't that I don't really agree with.
What was the answer? I'm growing up. That was it.
Yeah, I'm growing up. I'm in corporate America.
Okay.
And I'm in corporate.
Which was
America.
a crock of shit. It just
It just sounded good, but that's why I had to call you out on it because I felt like that was some bullshit. Like I'm in corporate America too. I ain't taking my shit out no time soon. You know, my shit permanent too. And like shout out to you, you did it, but I ain't taking my shit out no time soon. And I'm 38, so and you probably got them half my age around this bitch almost. Yeah, so yeah, but
But nah, the real reason I took it out was I lost a little bit of weight. Y'all probably can't tell, but
So you fine?
I was changing a little bit and popped them
No,
out.
no, you ain't changed. You think you fine? That what you?
Well, I was fine. I was fine at my fat.
At the bit, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But you change a little bit. You know, I've been playing grill since I was 15 years old. I'm double that now. It just got old to me, but I don't regret it because I get way more compliments with my pearly whites.
Nah, I fuck with
Nah, absolutely.
I fuck with the pearly whites. I just
agree.
want to know why.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so glad you pulled up. He tried to talk about you, bro.
Who that?
Well, I didn't think he was gonna drink today, smoking his Avenue.
But he was gonna drink because I blessed him.
Man, let me introduce my homie over here across the table with a story. I'm gonna introduce my dog with a story. It's one of the wildest niggas I know. I could really start with a whole bunch of stories, but this is the wildest time. This was the time where I was gonna let him get beat up, and I wasn't gonna help him. You know, when your friend get beat up and you don't help them, and they had to do something wild.
Do some wild shit.
Right. So we go to the strip club together, right? It's me, him, one of my partners named Dunn. Was Morgan with us that night? Mm-hmm. I think Morgan was with us that night.
Y'all had the right people to fight.
I think Fred was there too.
No, I don't. Fred wasn't there. Even if he was, he wasn't gonna help us fight. Period. I love you, Fred. Though you ain't gonna do that, though. My dog. But so we sitting at this motherfucking table at the strip club. This dude come in with his old lady. They just on a personal couples afternoon in the strip club, right? Now, he had a bad bitch with him though. Like she was tough. So my homeboy Dunn was like, damn, that bitch nice though. Now he lit. You ain't never been around him lit though. This nigga's a whole nother level. You feel me? He's beyond. He said, hey, you want me to go get her for you?
That sounds like some shit he'll say.
But it's in my mind before I could even like even process that. I'm like, what do you mean go get her? Like, nigga, she with somebody.
Go get her.
The fuck do you mean go get her? Like it just it like when you hear shit like that, your mind stops for a minute because you can't really process what he meant by that. You feel me?
Right.
Before anybody can say something to him, this nigga is up and walking over to their table, brother. So it's the dude sitting right here and this lady sitting between them though. Mm-hmm. This nigga walked up to them, brother, and said, hey, excuse me, big dog. Hey, listen, my homeboy said you bad as fuck though. He wants you to come holler at him though. Come holler at my nigga real quick.
Wow.
Brother.
What happened though?
Nothing happened though.
See?
But he probably thought that we was gonna jump him.
I was
gonna say somebody do some wild shit like that, you automatically think like something up.
Brother, it was so it had to be though. I was like, brother, why? That shit was crazy. And listen, she was telling him no thank you. Mm-hmm. That nigga didn't care nothing about no thank you. He like, nah, fuck all that what you talking about. My nigga said, I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Brother, if that man had to hit you with a bottle that night, I love you with all my heart and soul though. I'd be like, yeah, my nigga deserved that. But that was the wildest shit I had ever seen.
That let you know what type of tax bracket a motherfucker be in when they try shit like that. When you just tell a motherfucker, my homeboy wants you, and they gotta go.
Right.
Yeah, you used to get what you want.
But I just
and
felt
that's some big money shit that I'll never try.
Yeah.
Cause my financial situation ain't set up to be telling the motherfucker my homeboy want him and you gotta go. Yeah, that's crazy.
She was gonna go. I was gonna make sure.
But how, brother? I'm curious how.
She was gonna go.
She couldn't go if she wanted to.
She could went. I could have cleared all that up.
But listen to me though, brother. That man had whatever that man's reaction was.
Yeah, it was nothing.
It was nothing.
It was nothing.
And I feel bad because he had to go home and explain that though. You feel me?
He had a bad night. Then.
Yeah, he did have a bad night. So to whoever who buddy is, if you hear this, if you out there in the city, you be like, nah, that was me in that story, brother. We sorry.
Yeah. I ain't apologizing for shit.
You shit. That was the wildest shit I ever seen. But
that wasn't the wildest shit you ever seen me do though.
No, that's the wildest shit that they can relate to.
Oh no, yeah.
I don't want to put you all the way out there.
Man, my life's an open book.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. But back to the topic though. So the question is why men cheat. So we done bullshitted for what? We 15 minutes in? So let's get into it, brother. This is gonna be the most complicated, simple answer that anybody has ever heard to this question. So women, get closer so you can hear. I don't know how the microphone's set up, so you can hear this shit. The reason why men cheat. Are you ready? Is it a drum roll? Bitch, yeah. The reason why men cheat, just cuz, bitch. Just cuz. Now, before I break it down to you, I'm gonna shoot you some bail, okay? Because one thing that I do hate is I do hate when women get cheated on and then they feel lesser with themselves. You feel me? They feel like my man cheated because I didn't do something. You understand? Mm-hmm. I could have done something to prevent this. What does this say about me? What does she have that I don't have? You feel me?
Straight up.
And the answer is nothing. You feel me? There's nothing you could have done to stop him from cheating. So that's the first thing. So any woman who's ever doubted themselves or ever been down on themselves, or if you with a fuck nigga who make you feel bad about yourself because he cheats, that's not the kind of man you need to be with. You understand what I'm saying? Now that that's the fuck out the way, we all cheat just because. So I don't want to hog the floor. I got a bunch of shit to say, trust me, but what's your opinion on it before they just take my word for everything? What is your opinion on why men cheat?
Me?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm looking.
You over there be looking cool, bitch. Answer the question.
I'm gonna take it deep.
Go ahead.
So if you look at history and if you look at cultures, right?
Right.
Our African culture, you go back to the Romans, you go back to any part of time, men always had multiple wives.
That's a fact.
Even in Christianity, the First Testament, there was kings with multiple wives. So I feel like men are not made to be monogamous.
Big facts. I can't put a stamp on that bigger than...
This shit goes back to before we was even thought about. This shit goes back to, I ain't gonna say day one, but just look throughout history. Even right now in Africa, even in the Muslim religion,
right,
the wealthier men, they are allotted this many amount of wives.
Multiple wives.
But, they have to be able to take care of those wives separately, individually, but they can have as many women as their financial situation can allow.
Right.
So men are just not made to be monogamous, man. Look at history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right. It's what it is.
Absolutely. And that's coming from, and I want people to understand when you're hearing these answers, we all may look alike in skin color, or we all may look alike in style, but everybody has a different background. You understand what I'm saying? You hearing this from the young man who just answered that is a young rapper, a jeweler, a businessman, an investor, and I'm about to pass it to a gentleman who is over multiple hedge funds for a Fortune 500 company. So you're hearing this from all different type of people. So don't think that it's just a type of man, and I'm gonna address that when they get back to me. But big bro, what's your opinion? And keep in mind on this show, bro, say your opinion. If you disagree with the fuck I'm saying, feel free to say what is your individual opinion on why men cheat.
Well, I agree with a lot of it, but me personally, this is how I explain it to people, right? Like, you work out all the time. Mm-hmm. You got a special diet, right? What store you shop at when you get your groceries?
I'm all Walmart ass nigga. I'm basic.
Walmart. All right. Well, let's say this. Let's say you going to Walmart. They always had the green beans and the chicken breast that you like.
Right.
You going to Walmart one day and Walmart tell you, they like, look, we ain't got that chicken breast no more. We got the green beans and all this other shit. We ain't got the chicken no more.
Yeah.
All right. Do you just be like, well, fucking, I ain't eating chicken today then? That's not your answer, is it?
Nah, I'm gonna go somewhere else to find some chicken.
All right, let that sink in.
Right.
All right, so a lot of times I think women feel like they entitled to a lot of shit, right? And they gonna pick and choose what they want to do when they want to do it.
Oh, they gonna kill you on the internet.
It's all good.
Go ahead.
Because we already to straighten that out. I don't know why. But in all honesty though, man, it's like this. Like, if a woman is not willing to fulfill you the way that you want to be fulfilled, you're allowed to go somewhere else.
Right. But now I'm gonna push back on your answer a little bit, because again, I don't want women to feel like that because you don't fulfill something for a man, this is the only reason why he cheats. Because a bitch could fuck you to death, and you gonna come back alive some kind of way and go get killed somewhere else. So I don't want that whole now that does help when you with a freak. It does keep you a little bit more grounded. You know what I'm saying?
But I think you took that just purely being physical. Though.
Right.
It's not just being physical though. I mean, because a lot of times, man, like, the best sex that you probably had was not with a freak. The best sex you had was with somebody that you connected with on a different level. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always. I'm just saying though. Like,
hey, listen,
man, I just know him, man.
Yeah, we've been doing this so long at this point.
Man,
that nigga knew to look at me. But go ahead.
But I'm saying, like, the best sex I had, bro, wasn't even with the baddest bitches I had. Like, the best sex I had, I ain't gonna say her name. But,
no.
But,
not unless you don't give a fuck.
I ain't quite there yet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because she was the baddest bitch I had. It's because we just connected on another level.
Right.
So it just seemed right. But even she didn't meet it on all levels, though. So it's not just purely physical. It could be something. Man, I done been with some women that don't understand my lifestyle. Like, motherfuckers always want you. I want to go here. I want to travel here. I want to see the world.
But on the cool, that ain't stop you from looking at no. That's why I said that ain't stop you from looking at no other pussy or no new bitches. Like, there's not a point in time.
You didn't say nothing about looking. You said cheating.
I understand your desire for other bitches had nothing to do with no matter what level she was on or your connection, and you saw that fat ass walk past you no matter what your connection was.
But you said the best sex, so fucking and having the best sex is different though, bro.
I didn't say nothing about the best sex, but you can go ahead. Anyway, you can go into you.
I ain't going into that, but what I'm saying is, you asked me why men cheat.
Right.
My perspective of why I did it, was because shit. If you don't meet me on these levels, I might like 80% of the shit about you. Yeah. But I just might need to find that other 20% somewhere.
And I like the fact you said that. I'm gonna come back to that too though. Let's Mr. African King over here, the first beard that connected in the city. What's happening, man? What's your opinion on why men cheat?
I'm gonna read you something. It said, it might be a treasured value in many human cultures, but monogamy is rare in the animal kingdom at large. Of roughly 5,000 species of mammals, only 3 to 5% are known to form lifelong bonds.
Yeah.
This select group includes beavers, otters, wolves, some bats, foxes, and hooved animals.
Right.
I read that to say this, that monogamy is made up, and monogamy was made up by a hating ass nigga that ain't have no hoes.
Facts.
And that's all it was. It's something. It's for one.
Say that one more time, just for the internet, please.
It was made up by the hating ass dude that didn't have no hoes.
Big facts.
Yeah, because nobody, and I'm a firm believer that a man is only as faithful as his options, because in our essence, it's not meant for us to be that way. Somebody made that shit up and tried to apply. Somebody felt like something worked for them,
right,
and they told everybody to apply it to themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's weird that we all in here tonight and we dress different. We got our haircut different. We smell different. We go in different shoes and all this shit, but we choose to adopt one way to be in a relationship.
Right.
And just spread that along a broad scale. And I think you can be the best woman in the world. You can be the best looking woman in the world. Facts. You can fuck me to death. You can be the best to me.
Eventually.
Yeah. And we fuck and we cheat because we got a dick and we wired that way.
Right.
And and it has nothing to do with the woman. You feel me? So I hate I'm not even gonna say I hate, but I disagree with it when men say it's because she was missing something. No, it ain't because she was missing something. Yeah. It's because you're missing something, and that's other fucking women.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not designed for us to be with one person. Though some people pull it off and do it, you feel me? I can starve myself, but I'm gonna die hungry.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you can go out and not cheat, but it's like those are usually the biggest fucking creeps I've ever met in my life, with married men who were trying to be faithful. And some of the chillest, calmest motherfuckers. That's why the player, anytime you got a player ass homeboy, he always chill.
Right.
When some women come around, he ain't tripping. He cool.
Right.
But it's always the dude that don't get no pussy who's super excited. Hey, let's go get on these hoes. Let's do this. It's the extra shit that he do because he's not used to shit. Right. So it's like when men deprive themselves of what's natural to them, it lands them in a state to where they're acting unnatural. You feel what I'm saying? But when you feed, and I think a lot of it too is it's like we were born with this thing called ego, and all of us have it just kind of naturally. You feel me? Yeah. And it's just is I think the only people who aren't into that shit are the people who don't have the option to. It's all, anytime you read any blog with somebody saying like, hey man, men shouldn't be this way or men should be this way, it's always a dude with no hoes.
Absolutely, man. And at this point, people heard just the surface level of why we think men don't cheat. So I've had this conversation enough to know what the people who just heard what y'all said, what they gonna think. So you got to go ahead and get in their mind and break down a couple things for them so they can't make no excuses for what you said, right? 95%, I'm just throwing out a number, and I believe that the number I'm throwing out is below the actual number, right? So I said 95. I think that's below the actual number. 95% of women, if you're out there and you're in a relationship today, I'm going to die on this hill. You understand? You're getting cheated on. If you haven't been cheated on yet, bitch, it's on deck.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
You understand? 95% of women. And let me be clear. Women think that they can spot out a cheater. You understand? Mm-hmm. They think it's a cool nigga. Like you got the glasses on, the chain on, or you must got hoes. They think it's a rich nigga. Like you, over the hedge funds, you got it. They think it's a business owner. Like you. They think it's a nigga who hit the gym or them hoes like you must. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And let me tell you how cheating is on a whole nother level. The cheating that most women know is so basic and so thin. You think that the nigga just fucking the bitch from his job. You thinking that he met a bitch up the street. He fucking. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story about some shit. This will let me know that cheating was on a whole nother level that I didn't know. One of my homeboys, Donald Tharp, right? Mm-hmm. Used to run a strip club. Shout out to Donald. He at Dre's. If y'all ever out in Dre's, y'all holler at Donald Tharp, VIP host out there in Dre's, right? Out there in Vegas at Club Dre's. So he used to run a strip club here called Sammy's, right? We used to hang up there all the time.
All the time.
Right. So there was a white dude at the bar. He was drunk, doing typical white dude drunk shit, falling in love with everybody. Everybody's my bro. You know, white boy drunk, right? Mm-hmm. He saw me talking to Donald. He says, any friend of Donald is a friend of mine. But I don't know what you on, so it's like, all right, if you want to buy me a drink, I got a little money. I'm going to buy you one next, right? He said, nah, you don't got to buy me one, bro. He said, let me show you something. He pulled out a little piece of paper out of his pocket. It was a bank receipt, right? Mm-hmm. Motherfucker had $950,000 on his bank receipt. He had took out $500 to tip, and that's what was left, right? All right, cool. You fucking right, I ain't buying you no drinks, motherfucker. $950,000.
At no point in life.
At no point in time. Yeah, order him up for this nigga, right? Cool. So as we drinking and talking, I'm like, man, what do you do for a living? He said, you want to know what I really do? Or you want to know what I say I do? I say, well, how about both of them, right? Right. So he says, I own a telecommunication business in Costa Rica. That's what I say I do. Now, what I really do is, money is 20-1 in Costa Rica, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm a Pensacola, Florida nigga. All I know is about hollering at hoes in the club, on Facebook, Instagram. That's my level, right? The man said, I go to Costa Rica. Money is 20-1 in Costa Rica, right? So you can do your math on that, right? He said, we go to Costa Rica and we find the baddest escorts in Costa Rica. Foreign, tight bodies, everything. We make sure they clean. No diseases, no nothing. We pay to get them tested. We rent out a mansion, right? Now, money 20-1. This shit ain't costing them nothing but maybe 10 bands, $15,000, right? Because they getting the top notch. So let's say 15, 20,000. That's what him and his partner spending. They getting a mansion out in Costa Rica, right? Then they come back over here and they find doctors, lawyers, athletes, successful people that's got a lot of shit to lose, and they charge them $70,000 for a trip over there, and they attach it to their credit card under telecommunication, and they can go over there and fuck the house full of prostitutes, 20 deep, as much as they want for a week, got nothing to worry about, fly back out, go home and see your wife and kids.
It's a business trip.
And I said, God damn.
Business trip.
And I'm just hollering at hoes up the street. So before you look at people like us and think that this is what's going on between regular niggas and oh I'm hearing all of this, but that's from y'all type of motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Now this shit deeper than Nino Brown. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This shit bigger than you can ever imagine. There are countries whose whole economy is based on tricking.
Well, sex.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this though, is that women only feel like men aren't supposed to cheat because we made them feel like men aren't supposed to cheat. Our issue is this, is that we'll have a room full of us in here being honest like we're being honest. And there's going to be somebody outside of this room to say, I don't feel that way. All the woman needs to hear is one person say, I don't feel that way. Right. and I'm not that way, and I wouldn't. So now you have the hope that this unicorn is out there. Right. And that you can find him. So now you're holding me to that standard because he told you I don't feel that way. But when we go out and we wild out, he comes along with us and he feels that way. Right. So our issue is that our honesty with them is misleading them to feel a certain type of way. And that has been going on for a long time. This didn't start in our lifetime. This started way back. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like if men were honest across the board, women would have to accept what we are. What you gonna do? Not fuck with nobody?
Right.
You would have to accept what we are, and now you would have to change the way you cheat.
Right.
See, it's a big difference. What's funny is you told your Costa Rica story, right? But most women would prefer to be cheated on that way versus you fucking the girl up the street. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing about it, if you fucking the girl up, if you can afford to go to Costa Rica to be on that vacation, chances are she gonna spare you one anyway because you because you eating like that. Right. But if you fucking the girl up the street, chances are your bread ain't right because you ain't got no business fucking nobody up the street. You feel me? Because your money's supposed to be long enough to provide you in a fashion to cheat and do it respectfully. And once we're honest with them, it's no longer even called cheating. It's called being a man. We can't be men until we start being honest with them first. And that's the biggest part of it, bro. It's just like we all told how we feel, right? And he sat here and said, it's something that the woman is missing. Now you causing the glitch in the matrix. Right. You feel me?
I'm coming back to. I'm gonna get on this ass about that.
So now they're thinking it's us.
That I can fix it.
I can fix it.
Stop
fix it.
I can plug.
So we got to stop him right there in the men's meeting and say, "Hey, bro, just tell him you like to fuck, brother, because we like to fuck. Be honest, because he gonna get offline. Because even if he had the perfect woman, you feel me?
Right.
Still gonna fuck.
He's still gonna fuck. So we got to stop. We got to go ahead.
How do you control the masses?
Fear.
Religion.
100%.
So
and religion is fear though. Y'all said the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all said the same thing.
With religion is in America, the most popular religion in America is what? Christianity. So Christianity is monogamous.
Right.
You get a partner, you marry, you ain't supposed to fuck before then. So that's been instilled in a lot of men and women's head, right?
And that's not our religion, and that's a big
That's
part
even deeper than that. But
go ahead.
Let me finish though. Go ahead. So when you bring up that, you know what I'm saying? I've been hearing this all my life, whether I didn't go to church or not. Your mama was in church, somebody was in church. Right. Boy, get you a wife. Time for you to settle down, hang your reins up, and be with one person, right? But like I said, you go to the Muslim religion, it's kind of like, it's almost a financial thing because you can't have another wife if you can't afford to take care of her in that household. Right. I studied this shit, you know what I'm saying? Even African, our culture, African king, a king can't have multiple wives if he can't handle the responsibility.
Which I agree with. You shouldn't have more bitches than you could take care of. If you can't financially be there for these women equally, your woman shouldn't want you to have another bitch. You can barely take care of me.
And that's the biggest issue.
So I agree with that wholeheartedly.
That's the big issue in this whole conversation was not being stated is y'all both going back to one thing, and it makes perfect sense if you look at it. Like our issue from the beginning is that we get in relationships and we marry for love. That's not what marriage is. Marriage is a business. That's why you sign a contract when you get into a marriage. Right. So when you get into a marriage, understand that this is a business. We're not basing this on love. We basing this on growth and finances. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why in most cultures you can only have as many wives as you can afford.
You my big brother. You fucked my relationship up.
How I do that?
Because I agree with that.
You the second nigga that came on here and said that though, so maybe it's something to it though.
No, because I agree.
Pee-wee said you fucked up some of his too.
I look up the Boneface. Right. They confuse us.
Yeah.
All the time.
We're gonna get into that too. We got to clear the air about
Big Bone and
shit.
Boneface. Yeah,
but
of course it's gonna get confused.
A marriage my granddad is a pastor. He follows Christianity. He told me the same shit, man. Like that's facts.
It's a business.
You have to invest, all that shit. It's a business.
No, it is.
And once we separate that, and we in the black community we marry for love, right? We don't marry for growth. You feel me? And that's another part of the issue is that we feel like monogamy, because marriage is based in Christianity, we feel like monogamy is a part of that. But most marriages that work, bro, there's a small percent of marriages that work in America. And when you look into all of those marriages are bizarre as fuck. They're not standard. They're not traditional. Usually you got some swinging going on.
That's the healthiest.
That's what I was going to get into.
The healthiest marriage I know is some swingers. But
right.
That's what I was about to get into.
All of us are in at least 30, right?
My bitch, though. I'm not doing that.
And if you are a man in this room, right? For one, every one of us in here have cheated before, so that's 100% of men. Right. But if you are a man in this room that has ever met a man that was 100% faithful in your life,
have I met one?
Yes.
No.
So my thing is this. So like, why are we still looking for the Loch Ness monster when it comes to that? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And once we get women, we have to get women to accept that. Just like we had the conversation with Michelle on the episode with Michelle when we were talking about who she was saying it's the man's fault and I was saying it's the woman's fault. It's like we all.
Which one was the finance?
Nah, smoke the cigarette. Bro.
Oh, okay.
You gonna remember that one?
Yeah. Nah, but we talked about whose fault it was, and it's just like, bro, we all have roles. You feel me? And we are falling short in a lot of areas in our side of it, and they're falling short in a lot of theirs. But everything starts with honesty and being open with each other, and it's like something most of us hadn't done until we've gotten to a certain age.
Yeah, and I like to try to, because we say so much. Like, I love these conversations, and I think that we say so much that we don't take into account the people who are listening to everything that we saying. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You're saying a lot of things that are kind of, it's gonna rub somebody the wrong way. Cheating, why men cheat already is gonna rub people the wrong way. You feel me? But you said marriage is a business, right? That two people co-sign for that. It is a business, right? And you say the problem is most people marry for love. Now, this is where I disagree with the both of you. You can marry for love. It's just the functionality of marriage in this country is wrong. There are bitches in other countries. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you take Deborah from America, right? Who was taught from the time she grew up that you're supposed to be with one man and one man's supposed to be faithful with you. You understand what I'm saying? Anything outside of that, Deborah is not happy, correct?
It's because she was what she was taught.
Let's clarify, though, that's America.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting into. Now, you take the same Deborah, same soul, same mind, same capacity of thinking, right? She's born in another country where men have multiple wives. You understand what I'm saying?
Ethiopia.
Right.
Put her there.
Cool. That's fine. She's from there now,
There's
right?
some bad bitches in Ethiopia
Now, now she's taught differently from the time she was raised, right? So whenever she chooses a man or chooses to be in a union with the man who already has multiple wives, she will still be able to love her husband.
Absolutely. Because
the boundaries that are set from American ways of thinking are not in her mind. So she can still marry for love and be okay with sharing her man with another woman. You see what I'm saying? So I hate when you say like, and I don't hate, I'm just saying in general, I don't want people to think that I gotta marry just because it's a business and my nigga gotta fuck other bitches and all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing left for them at that point.
Right, but I feel like you can marry for love only, but I feel like I was talking about like what marriage was designed for.
Right.
Because a lot of shit is designed a certain way and we use it differently. Marriage was designed to be a business, a union. It was just like when you think about royal families, you couldn't marry somebody that wasn't from another royal family because it was business.
Facts.
It's business. You can't go marry the girl you fell in love with up the street.
Nah,
that does nothing for us. You're gonna marry buddy.
It's like that for
right.
real.
You're gonna marry into, because that's business. It was created that way. It was so family legacies could combine and build a bigger legacy. Right. That's how you end up with the Rothschilds and all these motherfuckers with all this fucking money. You feel me? Right. It's business. It's business, bro. And you can marry for love. You 100% can. But that's not what marriage was designed for. So that's why most people who marry for love fail at marriage.
Right.
I want to say that's only America, because if you go back to like the Roman and Greek, you couldn't even control who you got married to. It's who your father,
100%. Who they chose, who arranged marriage. They still do it.
Who they chose, who your father did business with, and it goes back to a business,
right?
You know, if I'm trading, let's say oil, like let's say American Indian, we trade in oil. That's the most valuable thing. you gonna marry your partner's daughter.
Right,
100%. You know what I'm saying?
100%. We bound in business.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah,
shit,
yeah, and a lot of times they gave your ass to somebody.
Yeah.
Like here,
and which is not correct either. I'm all for choosing who you want to marry and all of that. You know, the conversation for this was just about monogamy. Like I'm not justifying.
It's gonna get deep. You can't just do that.
No. I just want. I'm just thinking for the listener. I get what y'all on.
Right. And
I'm just saying for them, they like, oh, what you want me to do, bitch? Be sold off by my daddy, bitch? No.
And
I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm not saying that that's okay either.
I'm saying this.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
point I'm making is that regardless of what you marry for, it's all made up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, gorillas don't get married. Giraffes don't get married.
Right.
You feel me? We're part of the animal kingdom. We've domesticated ourselves and separated ourselves and held ourselves to a standard that's different than the animals. The animals don't do nothing but wake up and be fucking animals.
Right. And they're designed.
In our essence, you can't escape what you like. The beginning of time. You can't escape that. That's always going to be in your essence. You can learn new shit and pile it on top of it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's still in your essence. So that's why, as a man, you can be raised in a certain household, no matter what culture you're in, no matter how many wives you get, you're still going to desire something else. If you can get 9 wives, you're going to cheat on them 9.
Exactly.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's in your essence to do that. You are designed to fuck. Right. Period. And that's in your essence.
I'm gonna stop you right. I disagree because in some countries you can have 9 wives, but if you fuck somebody you ain't married to, the penalty is death.
I didn't say the rules.
But that don't mean
I said the desire.
Yeah, that's just another rule. He still want to fuck somebody else. He just ain't trying to die about it.
Now if a bitch gonna blow my head off, I'm cool with these 9 bitches.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going to be cool, but you still going to be looking and want to fuck them again.
And you got some niggas that just want to break the rules, but me personally,
I'm cool with this one if I'm going to die. Shit, if I ain't got no trouble, I guess I might as well chill out. I love you, bitch.
I disagree with that. Because if I got enough money where I can cover my shit up.
Man, it's some niggas that's going to
That's why we fat, bro. I'm going to tell you, because the way we think,
yo.
That's why.
Yeah.
If you want to know why there's fat people in the world, it's because we use a different part of our brain than y'all motherfuckers use.
It's never enough.
It's never exactly.
Or if I can get more, I get more.
The more is
that's how I
better.
get more, baby. Hey,
I guess
but
that's why you got fat rich niggas.
Right.
It's never enough.
Did you know
fat niggas got a different motivation?
A gut used to
we
be
use a different part of our brain.
Right.
A gut was a sign of wealth at one point in time.
Yeah, that's why
niggas wanted more.
Not at one point in time. To this very motherfucking day.
That's not true because noodles will give your ass a gut.
Bro, you go to Africa, right? You been to Africa.
I'm talking about here though. I'm talking about here. The only nigga who started guts here worth was Gucci. Gucci had the gut. Gucci made the gut popular.
Gucci ain't even in the fat nigga club.
But that nigga was. Did you see that nigga before he went in?
Man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Gucci had a legendary gut. It wasn't a gut more legendary than Gucci.
But you got different kind of fat niggas.
Yeah. See, he was all the way fat.
You got
he wasn't all the way
He wasn't
fat.
a Rick Ross.
You can look at him now.
A Biggie fat.
No, I'm just saying the gut. I'm just saying the wealth gut. Like niggas wanted dope boy guts. After Gucci made that shit popular.
Yeah. I don't think
I offended some fat niggas. They were like, that ain't no.
Yeah, I don't think they ever wanted them. They would just eat noodles like you said.
In the fat
brother, I met some bitches who swear that was the lick though.
Yeah.
If your gut ain't.
Yeah, but.
Bitches think because you big, you going to treat them a certain way.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
They feel like you can't get nobody.
But y'all are too though. Y'all are though.
I'm not
y'all
sweet.
are going to treat them a little different.
Listen, any bitch that ever encountered me.
You done learned some middle names.
I'm a crab. That like they hit a fucking brick wall.
Oh no, you are a crab.
You worse than a skinny nigga.
Right.
I ain't gonna let you. You can't come on here and be that cool.
No, this is facts.
But when you
I ain't saying that ain't happened though. But you didn't pull some big nigga moves on some hoes.
No, never.
So tell me what's your definition of a big nigga move? What's your definition?
You done bought some flowers the first time you talked to him.
Never in life. Not only. Never in life. Listen. I've been called a fat bitch.
You ate a bitch on her period before?
Never in life.
I ate it after.
I'm so much like people say I'm bougie and all this fuck shit.
I hate big niggas, man.
I'm a skinny nigga at heart. I just look like this,
bro. I just don't give a fuck.
Y'all done pull. Listen, big niggas pull big nigga moves, man.
I'm gonna do it. But that's why I work so hard to be successful, so I can do what the fuck I want to do.
A bitch got to respect.
I think both of them pull the big nigga move.
Absolutely,
big boy. I'm trying to stop saying nigga, but. both of them done pulled one of them moves.
You don't believe both of y'all wouldn't be successful if y'all wasn't big niggas though. That's a big nigga move.
Yeah,
y'all had to get this money.
You had that.
It was non-optional.
Can you agree?
Because I had to be funny because I ain't look like how I looked my whole life. So it's like when you develop skills, bro. Just like when you poor, you develop skills.
Right.
And when you like less fortunate in some areas, you develop skills.
See, that's why I ain't had no ambition.
What y'all talking about? I want to mentor fat kids. My son is gonna be a fat kid. He's headed in that direction.
What you gonna tell him?
But listen, when did you accept that you was fat? You have to accept the fatness.
That's a good question.
But I always been big, bro. I was always the biggest kid.
So me and him can relate.
Right.
So you got some people. I've been cool since out the womb. Anybody that know me can vouch for me. Elementary school, middle school, high school. I always had a girlfriend. A bitch called me fat. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna embarrass you. A bitch gotta come with their A game. My shoes never lean. My parents kept me clean. So I was kind of a spoiled fat kid. It's different for me.
Yeah, you had a lot of shoes.
It's different for me.
Right.
So you got some fat people that's been big all their life that was in the shell all through high school. They get a little money and then they get cool.
Right.
Big Bone was cool before the money.
I will say you are the most confident big dude I've ever seen. I used to always tell him, I say, bro, God made you how he made you for a reason, boy, because if you was a slim dude, we'd be in trouble.
I'm still not gonna let him be. I'm still not gonna let you be that cool.
He done pulled some fat dude. I know he done pulled some fat dude when he was
I
younger.
know.
You might not have now.
You are upper echelon.
You might not now, but you done did. You done pulled a big boy move.
You are upper echelon cool for any size nigga.
This shit,
but you done pulled some big nigga move. You done swam with your shirt on.
No, I ain't never been that guy.
Hold on. My shirt on, man. Listen, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
My grandma
you done got in the pool with your shirt on.
No, man.
No, you came to my
I'm in middle school. Bro, listen. I was like, bro.
See, look.
I think I was 300 pounds in elementary school, man.
Right. No, you wasn't, bro.
I think I was, bro. You wasn't. Listen,
my dog is he is literally probably 200 pounds lighter than he's ever been.
I've been extra fat my whole life.
You were 300 in 6th grade?
His name been Big Bone since he was little, bro.
I've been extra fat my whole life. I got
300 in the 6th grade.
I got pictures of
nigga. That's
in
middle school.
Orlando.
That ain't elementary.
I was in
5th grade.
Listen, I was in Disney with my shirt off. Motherfuckers taking pictures of me in middle school.
They'd have put you out of Disney.
No.
That's how I know it's man.
Oh my God.
Hey, look.
Listen, I think I accepted I was fat when I was like 8 years old. Right. And I'm finna tell y'all a real story. I played what they call that shit.
Hold on, before you start your story, I gotta say one thing, man. I want you to picture this. I'm in Publix buying groceries, and my buggy bumped somebody's buggy, and I look up, and this man is surveying my cart to see what's in my cart. Asking me, am I buying healthy food and what am I eating, and telling me what is good and bad for me.
I know you ain't lying. He did the same to me though.
At this time, I'm 6'1", 195 pounds, all muscle.
Yeah.
He just started drinking smoothies and working out 2 months ago.
Yeah, he in your car tripping.
Nah. Man, tripping on me in Publix. Telling me what I need to put back, what ain't good for me.
Yeah.
Man.
So this what we doing?
Go ahead, though. Yeah. Go ahead, Gag.
Man, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. What I said?
You said it was a real life story. You was 8.
Oh, I was 8. Okay, here you go.
I got you.
That's a good memory, though. That's why you managed hedge
we'll never have that.
For real.
Yeah, bro, I was 8. What they call the baseball shit, bro?
T-ball?
T-ball.
Yeah.
I played for Shoney's. This is facts.
Boy, that shit killed me right now.
It's facts. It's facts. Bro,
I'm done already.
Listen. I'm finna tell y'all something.
That means I played for
Shoney's. The buffet. The fucking buffet. Y'all remember Shoney's?
So listen, the only thing that could have made that part better is if that nigga would have said he played for Quincy's. The home of the Euro.
Listen though. Y'all laughing. This nigga's crying right now. This is 100% facts, bro. Little league, I played for Shoney's.
Boy, that nigga said he played for Shoney's.
Yeah,
Who put
you on the Shoney's team?
No, listen, my mom and them.
Who signed you up for the Shoney's team, man?
But they did that shit on purpose.
I'm telling you why, though, bro. I'm telling you why. Let me tell you why.
Right.
No, never
Didn't
that.
say Shoney's on the uniform.
Shoney's, listen. My first year of playing, I'm the biggest nigga on the team, right?
All
right.
But I'm the fattest, most agile, athletic motherfucker you will ever meet in your life.
That nigga say agile.
Agile. No, this is
like
facts.
What does agile look like on the big dude,
Listen,
man?
I'm the biggest nigga. I was the biggest kid on the team.
Right.
I made MVP my first year playing T-ball, man.
That's because you out there hitting home runs. You 300.
No, I wasn't hitting.
They just sit out endless style. He get up.
Listen, now, that's the typical thing. My strength wasn't hitting. My big ass was in the outfield.
I'm not gonna let him do it though. I'm not gonna let you.
These are facts.
So he's saying my boy can't steal no bases?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You saying he can't steal no bases?
I could catch.
That nigga gonna tell me that his strong suit was base stealing.
Ain't outfield, nigga. He said it.
Listen,
I'm not gonna let you do it.
outfield, man. Listen,
That man was Ken Heffick Jr. Nigga, that's
I could catch and throw that motherfucking ball my first year, bro. This is fact. I'm gonna bring my trophies. I'm gonna bring my trophies.
I believe you, but they home run trophies. All them bitches grand slam. That nigga
I ain't gonna even say my shit because that's exactly what my shit.
That nigga the grand.
like,
Listen, that nigga get up the bat. The other parents be like,
I was the kid. Hey,
Let me
what's your
tell
birth
my
certificate?
story,
man, for
man.
real.
What's your birth certificate?
Let me tell my story, man.
Oh shit!
Shoney's.
Shoney's, man. That's when I embraced that you could be fat and great in America.
right.
Oh man.
They couldn't fucking believe it. I was a freak show. A big black kid, I'm Spanish, a big black
That
kid.
don't hit home runs and run bases.
I was the motherfucking
No,
outfield with an arm.
Steal bases.
Steal bases, nigga. I'm
The
talking
MV motherfucking P, man. We went to the championship. We won.
Right.
I stood up in front of all these white cheering. If you played for Shoney's, y'all vouch for this shit.
Hey,
I was
cheering
the
means
MVP.
children for people like that.
We in the South, man.
Man, listen, bro.
But listen, that's when a fat nigga has to accept the fatness in order for him to be great. So the later you accept it,
The
earlier the better.
that's what I'm saying. The later you accept it, the worse off you gonna be.
Right.
So by me accepting it so early, I didn't go through typical fat nigga shit. That's
right.
what
So
I'm
you
trying
ain't
to
had
say.
the insecurities about it.
I didn't have that. When I went in school, I went to Bellevue Elementary. It was a predominantly white school.
Shout out to Bellevue. I went to
Shout out to
Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Yeah, I went to Bellevue
Fuck
too.
y'all. I went to
Biggest
Long
kid in the whole school from day one. I was the biggest kid when I walked in that motherfucker. Motherfuckers was thinking I was slow. Motherfuckers think I got left back. The odds was against me since day one.
Right.
The earlier you accept you for who you are, the greater you gonna be in life. So let's go back to have I pulled the big nigga move? I can't remember, and I'm sticking to it.
I will say this though, bro. You one of the dopest humans I know. Not even just. I ain't even gonna put you in no category as just fat dude. You one of the dopest humans I know, bro.
I appreciate
You tight as a motherfucking pair of Speedos, but
Oh man.
Or tight as a pair of
Versace
underwear.
Yeah.
This man don't believe I own a pair of Versace drawers.
I mean, you might though.
he said he what number the 42 in the waist?
I'm normal from the.
but Versace
I
don't
gonna
even-
say normal. I'm a little nigga from the waist down.
But
Them
That's
here
not
my legs,
normal.
though.
huh?
Them my legs.
I'm not your leg. I understand that he's slimmer down low than up top.
That man say he was built
What
like
that man
an
say he was ice
He was
cream
an ice cream cone.
Man, this man,
I'm the
yeah,
doo-wop,
man.
man. I'm
No.
the triple scoop.
That nigga is a cup of ice cream.
But I was trying to figure out. I was honestly,
But I will say this though. I will vouch for him and say that since I've known him, I probably known him since he was probably about 13, 14. Right. And
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, probably longer than that.
He a cool ass nigga, man.
I can't recall the time to where He wasn't popular though.
Right.
Even when he was 13, 14, he was like one of the biggest rappers in the city.
Right.
And he was probably 200 pounds heavier than he is now.
We're gonna get back to that too.
And
I be forgetting you rapping. You got to get back to these bars. I got a music gripe with you, but we'll get into that.
Oh yeah, he crazy with it. But,
right.
But he's always been that, so I can't disagree with him and say if he had an insecure moment, he probably will remember because I've known him since he was a kid, and I can't recall the time the way I seen him down. Or because I like a lot of the times, like a lot of people don't understand our relationship.
Yeah,
you know, like me and him got a personal relationship. We ain't did a lot of music together. We ain't been in a lot of videos. You ain't gonna never see us together. But when it get real, my phone ring. You know, and it's just like I've never got one of those phone calls saying, "Hey, big bro, I'm down on myself," or it's always something outside of that. So I will say that. So I got to vouch for him on that. He might not have pulled the big dude move.
Right. But shout out to, and that was a dope, man. That shit was funny. I needed that shit.
Man. But he played for Shoney's. I ain't gonna never forget that shit.
Yeah. That boy said I played for Shoney's. Who signed him up for that?
That was irony.
When I get you that picture, you got to post it on your
IG.
I want to
post it in here.
Okay.
That's a fact.
That boy said Shoney's.
But it's a lot like, you know, and like I said, the topic of this podcast episode is why men cheat. You feel me? So we're gonna pull it back in. But for women who understand, like, this is what I always say, it's a right way to do wrong shit. And I know that sounds crazy, right?
I agree with that though.
It is though. So because I don't want women to feel helpless in this conversation. Like, okay, well, what is it for us? You know what I'm saying? The reason why you feel like you can't find a good man is because your standard of a man is wrong from the beginning.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That is your issue, right? So I always say it's a right way to do wrong things. Like, and I'll use a random example. Like, we all agree at this table that raping is wrong, correct?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a non-debatable thing, right?
Correct.
But when somebody says molester, it gives you a little bit extra sting to it, don't it, though? Mm-hmm. When you think of somebody doing something wrong to children, it gives you a little bit extra, like, you know what I'm saying? I think a person who rape a woman should spend life in prison. Mm-hmm. I totally agree with that. No. I think a man who molests a child,
death penalty.
Exactly. Yeah. Immediately. No more days here on this planet. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry if I offended molesters, but fuck you.
Hey, right. I got to say this while we on that. I got a homeboy that was 21, fucked with a 17-year-old and got a molesting charge. I don't agree with that.
Nah, and I think when he say babies, he mean 4, 5.
No, of course.
Helpless, yeah.
But I just had to throw that out there, like that molester.
So now they could have been in high school together. So I don't. Could they been in high? I don't feel
not
like.
really high school. He
but it is 17 to 20. Yeah, he could have been 4 years apart.
That ain't that bad though.
That's 4 years. He could have been in high school.
He a little wild though, and I'm gonna tell you why he a little wild. Because even though that age gap is not that big, because when he turned 28, she like 23. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like there's a development stage that we go through, and I feel like it's unfair for someone who's past that development stage to fuck with anybody that hasn't.
But women mature faster.
You talking about body maturity or brain?
Nah, women mature faster on that level.
They do. But 16, 17, and you 21 is too big of a gap for me. Hey. If your 16-year-old daughter came home with a 21-year-old man.
Now you going back to 16. If she a senior in high school and she dating a 21-year-old nigga,
I'm not fucking. 17, he was 20, but when all this shit happened, he ended up turning 21.
Right. I'm already not fucking. If my daughter's 17 and her nigga 17, I'm not fucking with it.
Right.
But I'm just saying in general, that's not like disgusting level to
It's
me.
not disgusting, but what I'm saying is that would feel off to me.
Right.
You know
I
what I'm saying? Like
everybody
as a man, it's like it will feel off because think about it like now, bro. I'm 38. When I have a conversation with a 21-year-old woman, it's weird to me because we can't relate on nothing.
She had no life experience.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble on this podcast.
But
she shouldn't.
Other than destroying you, that's all. You feel me? But my thing
that goes well, don't it?
Always, of course, of course, it goes well. But my thing is like at that age, it's still like even at 21, it's like she's still undeveloped, like mentally to me, in a sense.
But that's just even if you talk to 18-year-old dude though, so I don't want them. It's just the maturity
generation
level.
Different from y'all too, man.
Man, you in our generation. Why do you think you so young?
I'm not in y'all generation. He's fucking 38. That shit just blew my mind.
You 30. Man. 30 is 30.
Well, I was in the club when I was 13. 14.
We together.
But it's still kind of, A regular motherfucker my age wasn't in y'all generation.
But get back to
Y'all
what you're
listen,
saying,
okay,
man.
cool,
Yeah, we
cool,
don't want to
cool,
go too far off subject.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So I want you to know that I want women to understand that I'm shooting you some bail in this conversation because I know everybody don't want to laugh and share the stories with us because whatever. So there's a right way to do wrong things. You understand? True. So there are men. We're telling you that all men cheat. Fuck with your. And here's a good thing. I'm glad I said this. Do not go home and show this to your man and expect a positive response. Because he's not going to agree with you. No. Because he should not agree with us. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going to see this and confirm any fucking thing we are saying because the risk is not worth the reward. Only thing he could do is agree with us and fuck up his peace in his household.
And it's not worth it.
And it's not worth it. So understand, if you think you're going to take this to a man and get are they right or are they wrong, bitch, you going to always get, I don't feel like them.
But that goes back to his point.
Exactly.
People being honest with you.
I just want them to know that they cannot take this anywhere for verification. You have to be intelligent enough to know that we gain nothing by saying this. All of us either have a woman or we're going to meet a woman or some form of fashion. And they will all see this podcast and be like, yeah, but you said. You understand? Mm-hmm. So there's no gain for any of us being on here being so transparent. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
The opportunities for women to bump into men who gain nothing from them is slim to none.
Right.
Every man you meet,
taking a lick.
Every man you meet who opens the door for you, who fucking compliments your shoes today or whatever, desires to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? So cool.
And I got a question for Bone.
Go ahead.
You one of the most strongest niggas I know in what you believe.
Uh-huh.
So when you engage with a woman, and you've been in relationships before, I done met some of your significant others. I'm not going to say if they're significant or not. You're so comfortable with yourself. Do you make that known?
1,000%. And I have to because I'm like, you get to a point, bro, to where you're tired of faking shit and you're tired of acting. And the thing about it is what I tell y'all earlier, I stand on that. Like, we all have to start being honest. So to a lot of women, I am an asshole in the beginning because when they ask me for something, I give them a straight answer. No, I'm not into that. I can't do that. I'm not even going to front like I can, And off rip, usually it's like, all right, I ain't fucking with you. And they go on about their business. But they return and they say, you know what, that shit you told me was some of the, you were honest. It was some of the realest shit I ever heard, and nobody ever shot it to me like that. We can kick it. We kick it for a little bit, and whatever we develop is sustained because it's built on the right shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when
even if it don't work, she don't hate you because you were so
exactly,
upfront.
it was respect.
You were so
it
real
was respect.
about the situation.
So everything at this point, I gave you a choice. Mm-hmm. The worst thing you can do to any other human being is make a decision for them without giving them a choice. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's up with me, and I'm going to give you the option to choose. So that way now I can hold you accountable, and you have to hold yourself accountable. So now they are women. So they will get to a state where they like you a little bit more and they want a little bit more. Right. But that's when I smack you on the hand and say, that ain't what we discussed. Right. This is what we discussed. And if we're going to try something different, let's go back to the drawing board and go back over these terms and see if we can make some adjustments.
Well, let me ask you an even deeper question.
Go ahead.
Has that worked for you?
I'm single. Yeah, I'm single for that reason. Because the thing about it now, I will say this, because it's just like anything else, bro. If you're a biker, and you true to being a biker, you're going to end up bumping to other bikers. You feel me? Just like swingers going to find other swingers. Right. So it's like once you live in this realm that I live in for so long, you start, and your honesty leaves you in a space to where you know nothing but motherfuckers like you. Right. Because the people who aren't like you are heading for the hills. So I have women now who are open to sister wives situations and all of that. But right now, it's like we discussed from the beginning, it hadn't worked because most of the problems that we have are internal. And the reason why I'm on my own is because of myself. It's not really because of anybody else, because there are some people out there who will accept the way I am.
It's from what you believe.
But see, you can't say it didn't work. And like I said, and that's one thing about podcasting that I'm finding dope. It's like, for the listener, I try to draw you in on whatever, because that topic that y'all just had, that could be a whole podcast just based on that, 100%. Though. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say that it don't work. How many motherfuckers going by the monogamous mindset? How that's working out for everybody?
It ain't working.
It's not.
Right.
Yeah. But to them, it is.
But it's not.
And it's not. And see, that's why I say
how many hurt women out here? How many single women in their 30s still talking about men ain't shit? How many? This shit ain't working for nobody. Look, you can look down your timeline on the internet And you can tell it ain't working for nobody.
Yeah, and the people
This shit ain't
the
working.
people I deal with are like comfortable with it because it's like, damn, like I'm over here, I'm getting lied to, I'm getting fucked over, and I'm not being taken care of. At least I'm in a safe space with you to where if a motherfucker tell you that they gonna fuck somebody else, possibly when you leave this room, like they ain't got nothing else to hide from you.
It falls back on honesty.
It ain't got nothing else to hide from you. So when the motherfucker know you honest, they'll deal with you and they'll be naked. It's just like we had a conversation before with the women in here, and you were telling the girl how her homie would be the best candidate to smash her next because you already see him in that light, the way he move. You feel what I'm saying? You accepted how he is. He knows all about you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So now when you fuck with him, it's like you ain't expecting a whole lot and there's no letdown because you've already seen him naked.
Right.
So it's just like I'm that person even like 24/7.
Facts.
So it's just like you know what you're getting when you deal with me.
Have any of y'all been cheated on?
I have, of course, I have.
Absolutely.
For sure.
If you got enough bitches, it didn't happen to you.
It fucked me up. I'm a fucked up individual from that.
Yeah.
But we didn't see. Like I said, we going in the whole. It fuck up niggas different because women cheat different than we cheat though.
Bro, you gotta watch that fucking movie.
I am, though.
I'ma shout y'all. I'ma put y'all on the movie. This shit gonna blow your mind. It's a real fucking bizarre movie, but the shit is dope. It's called There's No I in Threesome, and it's on HBO Max. If
I
you
seen
watch
that shit earlier.
you sit there and watch that shit,
You
bro.
watched it, or
Sit
you
through
just
it.
saw that shit on the thing.
He would be talking about it if he seen it.
No, I seen it pop up.
Yeah, but you sit through that, bro, and you can watch this with your. It's a good movie to watch with your significant other because
plan to.
women say all the time, and you're gonna get a lot of blowback from this. This is what we're gonna hear a lot of. Well, women could cheat too. What's gonna happen if women do it? Okay, so in this movie, they were about to get married. They had they had been together 4 months, and they were about to get married in 9 months.
Yeah.
So they decided, okay, cool, we're gonna be polygamous because we're young. We hadn't had all our fun. We're gonna be
Tell
polygamous.
them what polygamous is.
Polygamous means multiple partners. So they decided they were gonna have multiple partners until the 9 months were up.
Right.
You know, but the only rules were we got to be completely honest with each other, and we must discuss these partners and these encounters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for one, we're trying to remove jealousy from our relationship, and that's the ultimate form of removing the jealousy is to act on it. So time passed, they get together, and she got, women off rip got plenty options. So she videoing them while she in the bed with dudes and shit.
Right.
Hey, trying to introduce them, and dudes are super awkward with that. She on video, bro, talking to her husband, and the man laying in the bed, and he like, "Hey, Carl," and he's like, "Could you stop talking?"
man.
like what the fuck, like whatever.
That shit sound weird.
It sound wild.
It was
I gotta
super
see that
wild.
shit, though.
But he's sitting at home and he ain't really got a lot going on. So he finally meets somebody, and he started presenting her to his wife. And his wife has a whole boyfriend at this point. So he introduces her to his wife, and his wife is kind of like jealous at first, but fast forward, they all link. Him and his wife have a threesome with the chick.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The wife and the chick, best friends. They cool. It's all good. So fast forward, her and him have a threesome with the dude.
Right.
You feel me?
Nigga, that's a train.
It's definitely a train. They have a train. They run a train, but they call it threesome in their culture.
Right.
Okay.
But they do their thing, and it fast forward, they fucking talk about it, and he asked her she asked him, "How do you feel about her?" You know what I'm saying? Have y'all said y'all love each other yet? And he was like, "Nah, I don't look at her like that. She like a friend. Like I'm marrying you. You my fucking wife. Like what the fuck would I be telling her I love her for?"
But she
Then
didn't
so
tell
she was like, "Well, Tom told me he loved me," and then he was like, "Well, did you say it back? What'd you say?" She said, "Me too." You feel me? So he's like, "So you mean to tell me you love him?"
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin the end of the movie for these people.
Right.
So basically, what that taught me, now mind you, she's the free one, the super free one in the relationship, and the super open-minded one in the relationship.
Yeah.
But it showed me that somebody that wild and that bizarre could not escape what was in her essence, the instincts of a woman. So when you fuck with somebody and you feel them, you're going to fall for them. You don't have the ability to fucking just cheat and be cold, especially when it's somebody that you like.
much
We
as
have
that's
the
what they
desire to literally smash I can go hit Beyonce tomorrow. I'm still going back home to my broke ass old lady.
It's like putting on it's like putting on a pair of pants, brother. Fucking ain't nothing.
It's recreational. I said it before on the podcast, bro. You got the NBA to where I play for the Los Angeles Lakers, and that's business. Right. That's serious shit. That's my woman. But I do like to go to the YMCA to bust some ass sometime, and that makes me appreciate the NBA.
You gotta keep score shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
recreational.
Facts.
It's recreational. So, but go watch that fucking movie.
LeBron even do that shit.
Go watch that movie. Watch it with your significant other because it will change the dynamic of your relationship.
Right.
1,000%. So all that women can do this shit too. Like, bro, I ain't never had a woman fuck with me consistently that didn't fall for me.
That's a fact too.
Whether she had a dude or not.
Absolutely.
But I've messed with several that they could get hit by a bus and I'm gonna just be like, damn, that's fucked up.
But do you believe this though?
Yeah.
So back to what he was saying about that. What I believe is it's genetically, like how a woman is made and how a man is made, have a lot to do with how they take shit in.
Everything.
It's evident.
We don't take shit in. We give it.
It's everything.
Do
But the way you built, the way you designed.
Between the bitch thighs? Do you know why pussy does?
I just got a feeling you gonna say something.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Go tell me,
bro. Listen, a woman pussy is in her thighs because you can't get it unless she let you in that motherfucker for the most part.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's why the shit is there. So a way to a woman pussy has always been uphill. Because it don't matter what you look like and all that kind of shit.
She gotta let you in.
She gotta let you in.
You gotta be welcome.
She gotta.
I'm cool with that psychology.
You gotta
so far.
But they take shit in, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if my dick is out,
it's a nail in the hammer situation.
And I'm going in. She taking in all what I got.
You giving, she taking.
Right.
That's it. And you
built to give.
When it's you tie the emotion into that shit, cause for a woman, it's gonna always be different, bro. Right. A woman just emotional. First of all, they think with the right side of their brain. That's why most of the bitches is like creative and always want to do all this shit.
Everything is personal when it's inside you.
That's
it don't matter what
100%
go inside. You gotta be.
Just like when you have a child, what they say.
What they?
Mama's baby, Papa's baby. That's what they always say. Well, the baby grow inside the woman, so she gonna always have a deeper bond in most cases. Right. And you would have with your baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's evidence in our essence, bro. When you think about it, like, do any one of y'all know how much sperm we produce every fucking day?
50 million.
4 of us could be dropped off in a village of 100 women, and within a week's time, we can impregnate that whole village. Right. You feel me? But all 4 of us can have sex with the same woman tonight, and she can only have one baby.
She only get one egg.
It's only gonna be one. It's only gonna be one of our babies. It's not gonna be all of our babies. So that's evidence in itself how we're designed, bro. You can bust a nut and you're gonna be ready to bust another nut in 30 minutes.
Bro, listen, bro. The reason why your dick look like a mushroom, bro. You ain't never known that shit.
Go tell me. I'm listening.
The reason why your dick, the head of your dick look like that, bro.
Yeah.
Is because back in I'm talking about back in the years, right? When you shoot off in the bitch. Right.
Some niggas got that extra skin up there though. I don't know what you.
That's the original dick.
I don't want that one.
The head of your dick supposed to pull other combs out and shoot yours in. That's why the shit got that ridge on it.
It's supposed to do what now?
If a bitch been with somebody else, right? First of all, you know what?
That's crazy. I ain't never heard that.
We can both hit the same bitch
tonight. Hold on, run that back.
Yeah,
I got you. We can both, all of us can hit the same bitch tonight.
Right.
Back to back. Right. When you if I go first, I skeet off.
Right.
You go behind me. Your dick, the head of your dick like a mushroom, right?
Right.
Your shit is going in. My shit gets caught behind the head of your shit. When you come back out, you pulling my shit back out so you can put your shit in.
As wild as that is, it makes sense.
I can't object to it.
But this is the thing, though.
I don't know. Because
you gonna object science?
The whole thing is,
nigga, I ain't never heard that from no scientists. You ever heard that from a scientist?
But I'm dead at.
That nigga act like I missed that in school.
But this is what I'm saying. But check this out.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't have nothing to disprove it. Yeah.
Everything. Your human body, bro, was built in the image, and everything on your body worked for a reason.
Got a purpose. I wholeheartedly agree.
So when you talk about survival of the fittest, and you talk about nature versus nurture and all that kind of little shit like that, your body built for that shit. So back in the day, you didn't know who wife was who.
I can't wait.
You didn't know who woman was what.
It's gonna be a nerd. It's gonna be a nerdy ass nigga in the comments eating your ass up about science. He gonna be telling your ass about.
And he ain't got no hoes. That's why he doing it.
Probably don't though.
That's why. But I'm telling you, real shit though. The head of your dick is designed to pull any impurities in her vagina back out behind her, right? But when you go back in. You skeeting in, it's like an arrow. It's just like
why that shit don't stop chlamydia? They need to work on that.
They pulling that bitch out the wrong way.
Hold on. The original dick stops chlamydia.
The
dick
thing,
with the shield on
the one
For real?
before you get fixed. It stop a lot of shit. I say all the
so
time.
the nigga should have had
we
that.
neglect
bitch.
we neglect a lot of things about the human body. Like we shave our hair.
Right.
Like we get circumcised. Yeah. All of that shit is for.
You ain't supposed to get circumcised.
Bro, we so far away from what original humans are.
No, I was supposed to get circumcised. It wasn't nobody else on earth. If I was the only nigga, I was supposed to be the first nigga.
Bro, the original
I'd have figured that out myself.
With the original dick, there's no need for condoms.
That don't sound too bad.
That's 100% fact.
But you gotta.
Now y'all talking about
like
Big
Bone.
Y'all got these medieval niggas. They was dying like a motherfucker with no rubber.
But I think I'm gonna tell you why I think that's wrong.
Who said the original dick first? Because that's
you
like,
did.
You did. No, I didn't say that. You said the original dick.
I did not.
Nigga, you said the original dick.
You know these
You
cameras.
said the original dick was set up.
These cameras roll. Right.
No, I played. I alley-ooped somebody else.
But understand, bro, that even uncircumcised, bro, when you're erect, it comes out. It don't stay in the skin the whole goddamn time. It don't stay in the carrying
case when it's time to go down, baby.
I'm circumcised.
We all are, nigga.
Yeah, so how you gonna talk about an uncircumcised meat?
My granddaddy got the original dick, man. My granddaddy ain't circumcised.
I ain't seen my granddaddy.
Don't put your granddaddy out like that. He sorry, granddaddy.
He just old.
And he gonna listen to this and say you wrong. He didn't have chlamydia before.
His granddaddy just ain't know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they ain't know what it was. They used to call everything VD back then.
It just went away. Hey, but listen, all bullshit aside. Listen though, I was saying there's a right way to do wrong things, right?
Go ahead.
So all the bullshit we do, bro. I'm always thinking about the listeners. I done got more people hit me up about this podcast and want to get their opinions in and all that kind of shit. So understand, I want women to know. Basically, everything we said was it is in our nature to do this shit. Whether you like it or not, you cannot fight your nature. You can put whatever stereotype on top of whatever society. It is in your nature. Men disagree about a whole lot of shit. We go to war over, we kill millions of people over disagreements, correct?
Nigga, the biggest war in history is over a woman. Bro.
Exactly. So, but we disagree over, men can't agree on shit.
Right, go ahead.
The world shows you that. We can't agree on shit. But the one thing that we agree on, when you can go to country, the more women, the merrier. The more successful you are, the more you have, the more women. We all agree on that, and we can all secretly get into a room. I just want women to know the one thing you should look for in a man is character, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fuck all that other shit you looking for. It is character. You understand? It's a difference between a man who cheats on you and a man who fucks that bitch in your home. Two different type of niggas. It's different between a nigga who cheats on you and a nigga who goes to do that shit in your car. Two different type of niggas. It's also a difference between a nigga who cheats on you, gets caught, sees the pain that you go through, and repeats those steps. You understand what I'm saying? It's only a couple kind of faithful niggas in the world, right? It's a nigga who, if you ever get a bitch that's out your league, you faithful for a minute. Because you happy. I'm pleasantly surprised that I pull this off. So I'm faithful temporarily, right?
Until that urge comes.
Right. Number two is a religious man is faithful. He's not faithful. I'm not saying all religious men. I'm talking about the possibility of being faithful.
He's
so
afraid
don't
of the
lose
system, not you.
Right. It's not you that's making him faithful. He actually has a higher power. He wants to be faithful for himself. He's trying
and to pause you. I want you to continue.
Yeah.
And that's why marriage is tied to Christianity.
Facts.
That's why it's tied to religion, and that's why, because I say it all the time. If you want a faithful man in this society, you got to get him out of a church. Because it has to be something bigger than you that he fears.
Right. Absolutely. And please, women in the church, don't be clapping because that don't mean shit.
It don't, but go ahead.
Right. I'm just saying the possibility, that like the 1 in a million chance that you find this guy.
It's in that church.
Right. It's because he wants to actually be faithful for another reason. It's got shit to do with you.
Right.
He still desires, but he fears judgment from somewhere else, right? True. So I said the religious man, the man who has achieved a woman outside his league, and that is temporary. You will eventually come down. We talked about this shit earlier, though. If you ever had a bad bitch, the longer you have her, you realize she ain't bad.
She's really not a bad bitch.
You get to smell that shit when you walk in the bathroom. Bitch, you just shitted in here.
And on top of that, it levels you up, too, because once you have something out of your league, you are now in that league. So now that opens up Pandora's box for a whole different level. Yeah, but go ahead.
Right. And the last faithful man is the cripple man. Right? There's nobody more faithful than a nigga with no options. If I can't chase you, I'm faithful. I'm grateful that you're here. I am broken down. I am old. I am no longer the man I was. So my playing days are necessarily done unless I hit the scratch off or something. Then I'm back out here.
Right. And you prove my point. Go ahead.
Prove my point.
Go ahead.
Because a crippled man could be the fat man.
No, but absolutely, your options are there are a lot of fat
Right, that's
niggas
what
who have been faithful because they feel like I
can't
cannot
get nobody
achieve
'cause I'm
nothing.
fat.
Right.
But when that fat man, it's kind of playing out. But you just proved my point.
You're
Like,
only as faithful as your options. It's the same thing.
But you if you was a fat broke nigga, you would have limited options.
not
But you a fat
necessarily.
nigga with some money.
I'm gonna add one more to it.
It would be limited.
That was all your faithful dudes.
What?
I got one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another faithful one is someone who's no longer good at it, in a sense.
Right.
The reason why
You feel like your time has passed you
the
by.
reason why Kobe Bryant stopped playing basketball is because he couldn't compete anymore.
Absolutely.
He wasn't good at it no more.
Absolutely.
So he stopped playing. So that's another faithful man. That's why if you want a faithful man, he not 21. He not 35. No. He probably in his 50s and he over the hill and he can't keep up with you. And that takes you right back to out of your league.
Exactly.
It's the same thing as out of your league in a sense because usually older dudes with younger girls, the girl is out of your league. You can't keep up with her physically. So I do think there's a faithful man at a state in his life.
Right. Exactly.
It's when you don't have the options.
Right. But understand, he is not mentally faithful.
No.
He is circumstantially faithful.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I still wish and feel and think and desire to
mentally
do
it doesn't exist.
It never. That's why you got the old cat to look at your girl and all that because I want to play, but I'm done. I can't.
Right. Well, all of that shit falls into you only as faithful as
I use a different part of my brain. So everything we talking about.
This nigga swear he's so unique.
No, for real though.
I fuck with that nigga.
Say some real shit.
That's
why. Listen,
I'm gonna roast his ass, but go ahead.
No, you can't roast me
because
go ahead.
That's why porn is so successful.
What?
Yeah.
Porn.
No, porn is successful. I want to hear why you say it.
Because you always gonna fantasize.
Oh yeah.
And wish.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
a married man. Let's just say I keep throwing. My answer was men cheat based on religion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, my comeback to that was being monogamous in religion has a big part of playing in the whole cheating aspect. Right. But a married man may be scared to fuck another woman or be with another woman sexually because of what he believes in.
Yeah. Right.
But that ain't gonna stop him from getting on that phone, that tablet, or that laptop and go and watch other people fuck.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
that's a form of cheating though.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. In some relationships, not even religion, that's still another form of cheating.
I had a motherfucker tell me that having a conversation, an intimate conversation with another woman
was cheating.
Is cheating. Because she felt like my intimate thoughts should have been shared with her because she's considered my significant other. Mm-hmm. So basically she's Xing out conversations that I could have with other women about certain shit. So I think what we really need to do is we had to set some type. So I'm a numbers person, right? I'm all about analytics and shit like that.
Right.
So really, before we even express why we cheat or what cheating is, I think we got to have some parameters on what we call cheating. But you know what I'm saying? Because most people will feel like cheating is a physical aspect.
Right.
But for a woman, like we got to remember, they're emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's not always physical with them. So what they thinking is cheating could be something as simple as something happened with me at work today.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I really want to discuss this with someone. So I chose a female that works with me or some shit like that to have that conversation with. And my girl hear about it and she like, well, why you didn't feel comfortable enough to have that conversation with me? Mm-hmm. Well, in reality, it's not like I didn't feel comfortable enough to have it with you. I chose to have that conversation with somebody I felt like could connect me with me on that level. Right. Could understand that shit. Because in my situation, I ain't trying to blow no whistles and all that kind of bullshit like that, but when you get to a certain level, you can't discuss everything that happens with you with everybody.
That comes with being a man.
Everybody don't understand that level. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a bad day at work, I can't go talk to somebody at work at Circle K. Because you ain't going to understand.
But she going to be like, it wasn't no niggas that could understand? It wasn't no men on your level that could get what you were saying?
But my rebuttal to that would be this. If I'm genuinely having a conversation, and I want to have a conversation with somebody that I feel can understand that, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. I'm having a conversation because I want somebody. I have conversations not to talk about people and all that kind of shit. I have conversations to bounce ideas because I'm all about resolution.
Right.
And my ex and all the rest of them can always tell you, their biggest gripe with me was, oh, you think everything got to have a fix. Well, that's what I do. I fix shit. So if you come to me with a problem, you sit here and you talking to me, oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. All right, well, how we going to fix it? These hoes don't want you to fix shit. They just want you to listen.
They just want you to listen.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
My whole thing is if you keep coming to me every day, you don't like your job. That's my ex. I don't like my job. You've been there 10 years. You work for the federal government. You don't like your job. You can change that. Why the fuck do I have to sit here and listen to you talk about goddamn I don't like going to work, I don't like doing this? Well, this is what I do. I fix shit. All right. Well, let's put some shit in play. You got 85,000 followers on Instagram. Let's monetize that. You're a fitness trainer. Let's monetize that. Then you monetize that shit. You don't have to worry about going to the federal government. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. Well, is it more work for you to sit here and be disgruntled and to be angry and upset about this shit? Or is it better for you to take my advice and go ahead and do something else that can change your life?
Right.
But when I have a conversation with somebody else, because now the fact that you've told me that lets me further know that you can't connect with me on that level. I might connect with you on some other shit, but I can't talk to you about this because you can't even figure this shit out in your own life. So I can't expect good advice from you on that level. Yeah. So I went to somebody else and got the information I need. That was considered cheating. Yeah. So all I'm saying is before we really had a conversation about why we cheat, we need to figure out and let these motherfuckers know what's the definition of cheating. What do you consider cheating?
And even in relationships, we gotta really like put ourselves in a position just like women have to have a sit down with men, and you have to allow that man to be open and naked with you, and men, you have to be honest in that situation. Because at the end of the day, when I fuck off, I don't call it cheating. Right. Because cheating is like breaking a contract on something that you agreed to. Right. So if I never agreed to that,
then I'm not cheating.
Then I'm not cheating. Right. So let's like you said, let's stop calling it that. Right. It's called cheating when you break a code or an agreement on something. If we agree on something, that's what we agreed on. And I'm not gonna go outside of that.
But a lot of men agree to this code that we're saying. That's why I'm saying.
And I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of men do that because, like you said, a lot of this shit.
Because that's the only way in this country we can obtain the woman that you desire.
Exactly, my point.
Right. If I come out the gate and tell you what I'm with, 9 times out of 10, bitch, I'm gonna be out here struggling because it's a nigga next to me that's willing to say the opposite of what I said just cuz.
But it's just let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me dap you up. Y'all niggas gonna roast me for saying I played for Shoney's.
Right.
This man just said he was with a fucking fitness trainer.
He was though. Yeah, nigga.
Right?
Yeah, right.
That's not a fat nigga move, so I'm gonna dap him up again.
Right. That nigga was with a fitness trainer though. He ain't capping though.
That's not a fat nigga move.
I'm just saying that
was actually my second.
I'm just saying
but that ain't listen. I'm defending the fat guy.
All I'm saying is that you pull this move one time in life. There's one time you jumped in the pool, you kept the shirt on. I know you didn't whip out.
He didn't keep the shirt on, bro.
That's
every fat nigga that kept his shirt on.
I put my shirt on right now on podcast.
You probably look. That nigga
Hold on. Let me clarify this. Me playing for Shoney's and being the MVP, that is a fat nigga accolade.
That's the most hilarious. It is.
No, that's a trophy.
1,000%.
That is goated.
1,000%.
This nigga being with a fitness trainer with 85,000 followers on Instagram.
No, that's fat nigga goat status. Y'all niggas up there. That's why I invited y'all niggas on here.
But look,
that's fat nigga goat shit.
I ain't gonna shout her out, but I hope, you know what I'm saying? Cause
I believe, I'm so comfortable with being fat, I believe you.
No, it's a true story. I'm telling you,
but everybody's not going to understand that. But just think about mentally and physically. Yeah. You was with a fitness trainer. We're oversized men.
Right.
That's not a fat dude who's insecure.
Mm-hmm. They would never put it on
that situation.
They would never put it on. But this the other thing that you gotta. We talked about this before we started. I feel like a lot of people take on other people's burden when they don't have to. Right. And what I mean by that is this. You might look at Neil, he work out every day, all day and shit, right?
Opposite.
A motherfucker might look and be like, oh man, I bet he get all the hoes. But in my mind, I'd be like, the fuck that nigga got that I ain't got?
Right.
He light skin.
Me too. Got an 8x8.
He light skin, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro.
I don't know if that classifies.
Most motherfuckers meet a woman, bro.
Yeah.
You whatever your insecurity is come out because you feel like other people are seeing what you feel.
No, absolutely.
This is how I do it. Like this could be a fat nigga move, whatever it is. But when I meet a bitch, bro, I've always had a mouthpiece, so I can say shit to him, and they be like,
better have mouthpiece.
I ain't never heard a motherfucker put.
I'm so done with these.
I'm the black Cyrano nigga.
If these niggas,
you the black what?
The black Cyrano. The Bergerac, bitch.
I don't even know who the regular
That's
Cyrano is.
because you don't know what you don't know.
Hey, what I said. Fat niggas use a part of their brain they don't. That's why this podcast so powerful though. You got the muscle head. You got I'm just
that's a fact.
Judge, man, it's true.
That's why I fall in.
It's true.
You got the
thinker,
business owner, the thinker, the strong in my beliefs.
Right.
You got the fat rich nigga that's just smart and outside the box, and then you got me.
The MVP.
Shoney.
You feel me? So that's why this podcast is so strong, because even though me and you, they both got something in common. Me and you got something in common.
True that.
But we're all different.
No homo, man. No homo, brother. But I want to hear one of your groupies tell a story about y'all getting it in.
Oh, I apply pressure.
I want to bring one in, brother.
Please,
and I need them.
Listen, y'all poking the bell here. This nigga's cutting up there, and I don't want to go. I don't want to turn. This was an informative episode.
Listen,
you want me to call him?
No. Do not call.
Listen, bro.
Do
y'all
not.
got to bring me back.
Here you go.
Listen, bro.
No.
Here you go.
Nah, listen.
Here you go.
What you gonna ask him?
Don't worry about it. You can ask what you want.
I'm long-winded.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm done with this nigga, man.
Hey,
I'm long-winded.
what's up?
Man, y'all hell, man. That'll be an OnlyFans like a motherfucker.
What's that?
You know how many
Him getting off on OnlyFans?
You
Hey,
know
what's up?
listen.
And don't let him perform.
What's up, baby?
Because I think you're full of shit.
Listen to this nigga.
What's going on?
This nigga finna ask the what?
What are you doing?
Listen, I need you. First of all, I'm not even gonna set it up for you. All right. So when you came down here on the for January 1st, remember I brought you down here a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, just explain what we did while you was here.
No, I don't.
What you want? I'll let you ask a question.
I don't need to ask. I don't want to ask no
what question
question. The
you
thing
want
was,
to
do you apply pressure?
That was the question.
Oh, okay.
In the bed.
Listen. We're going to make this real short and sweet. We ain't even going to put you through all this. We want to know, do big dudes apply pressure? Because I think they capping. I think they get tired fast. I just don't know how it goes.
So tell him about the sex. That's what he wanted to hear. I ain't gonna say nothing. I just want to tell
yes
the
or
truth.
no, do they apply pressure?
Y'all are.
We need a real answer.
Tell the answer. Whatever you want to say. I ain't
Do
gonna say
they
shit.
apply pressure?
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So what you like? Tell him what you like.
Oh my god.
I like big dudes.
Did he get tired fast?
No.
You's a goddamn.
Tell the truth.
Let me tell you something.
She gave him one then.
Hey, thank you, darling. I appreciate you calling in the anxiety issue podcast. I'm here now. I'm here.
But
Listen.
look, now these other niggas pick
No,
their
it's
phone
fine.
up.
It's fine.
He look me up.
No, it's fine. You can hang it up. Tell her thing. It's fine.
Wait.
It's fine.
It's
We
the
good.
reason why I ain't pulled my phone out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hang it up. I got it for you. Tell her thank you. Tell her thank you. I'm a minute, an hour 30. I'm a. All right.
Y'all gonna stop trying us, man.
I'm not trying. I ain't.
call you back.
Yeah. Tell her it's all good. Let me explain
me back.
something. All right, we done drifted all off how me and Cheese, so fuck it. I'm done with
It's
it.
all the same.
No.
We really
all the
never
same.
drifted.
Fuck it. I don't even want it no more.
But that shit, listen. That shit fit right
Listen.
into the podcast because
Listen.
that wasn't even my main bitch.
I don't even.
So that fit right in.
I'm not finna let you big niggas come in here and act like y'all got. I'm done. All right, listen. First of all, all right. I'm not sleeping on fat niggas and how y'all fuck. None of my business. None of my business. None of my business. You not finna tell me in here you got long wind and long stroke. You don't have that. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not dissing you as a nigga. I love you to death though. Hold on, let me tell you. There's positions that you can't get in. At all.
Like what?
It's a couple of them. If I could draw,
I can spit right here.
please don't do this.
I'm gonna draw the line.
You see? That's a big nigga move. Hey, come out.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
I'm
you
gonna draw the line.
First of all, you can't do no split.
You
can't. But do not do a split.
I need some more living, man.
Which camera?
I'm done. But listen, we done went too far. We done went too far.
He said he could do a split, bro.
I told you don't bring him on.
That man.
This is my dog. I love him to death. He done went too far.
Listen,
Nigga. When your big nigga partner has jumped off the shit.
bro, he can jump. I'm gonna
Listen.
tell you right now.
Time out. Listen.
I'm gonna do a split by the pool table.
When this shit go
I'm
off,
gonna backflip.
when this shit go off,
Hey, hold on. How much dick does a woman really enjoy?
Now I jump off.
No, listen. I can't debate how much.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
so when you say long-winded and long stroke, if you get the job done in 3 seconds,
I'm not saying.
5 seconds.
Bro, listen,
I'm not saying.
I'm with the science. You know how much dick it take?
How much?
At least 3 to hit the G-spot. The G-spot ain't all the way back there.
Man, if y'all don't stop with these big nigga comments, that's not true. That's not true. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do this shit.
But look, it ain't shit he can say.
I didn't come to
fuck me up.
I'm not trying to fuck you up. I'm not trying to fuck it. That's just not true.
Big nigga comment.
That's not true though.
That's
Only a big
nigga would say 3 inches and get it. That's not true.
Bro, my dick is 7 inches, but my stomach take up 4. So they do that.
That's my point to this.
I'm not dropping that out there.
Listen, I'm not saying the big niggas don't apply pressure because that's literally what big is. I'm sure you all applying pressure.
Now, you see what
No. I'm not trying to be funny.
He ain't trying to be funny.
You said big as pressure.
I don't know this nigga.
No, I'm sure you going to town. I'm sure you getting shit. I'm not saying you in there bullshitting.
Listen.
I say he bullshit.
I'm not even gonna put that on
you.
Bullshit. No, listen. I think you fuck with your chains on. That's how I know you ain't. Listen. But all I'm saying is, brother, you a numbers guy, right?
Yeah.
There are positions numerically, mathematically, you can't fit in.
Like what?
I don't want to draw them to you.
Draw,
but there's ones you can't get in. Right, like you can't literally, depending on the size of the chick you fucking though.
But I gotta wait.
I don't fuck big women.
I don't fuck big bitches.
Y'all gonna get killed.
My bitch is 165.
Y'all gonna get what's wrong with big bitch? What's wrong with big women?
No, nothing's wrong with it.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna answer it.
Right?
Mathematically, it don't work.
Facts.
Answer this.
There we go.
Answer this. After this.
Who this for though?
What's the go-to big nigga position?
The bag.
Nigga.
No, not for me.
Yeah, please.
I stand up in it.
This nigga. This nigga. Cut the episode. He doing.
I like to sit from the back.
We done.
I like
done.
the legs up here.
Oh, you missionary.
On my knees. missionary.
So you leaning
I'm standing
in
up.
That's a lot of work, big.
I'm dropping dick.
That's a lot of work.
On God.
That's a lot of push-ups.
Lord, kill me if I'm lying.
How many push-ups you can do?
10.
Right. So you mean to tell me you gonna be on top of somebody?
I get in a comfortable position.
What's a comfortable position? Because
my weight ain't all the way on my arm.
When you lean forward and you on your knees, all your weight is on you.
Listen, I'm a big nigga with some money.
Okay.
So right, I can adjust my bed to where I'm in a comfortable position and I go all night.
But what
so you got the hospital bed. and you raising up the hospital bed.
Oh shit! Hey,
I knew you was gonna say
Listen, my hotel room position.
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Is on my knees in the bed. And she wide open. I'm dropping.
But she on her back.
Not your position.
So my thing,
on God.
Listen, bro.
I gotta hear.
I'm 100.
Mathematically, it works. Her legs.
I'm gonna give you that.
Me and I'm in there.
I'm gonna give you that, bro. But you got 90 seconds in that.
No.
You don't have.
Nigga, my hardest
got longer than 90
position.
seconds.
He don't though.
My hardest position.
You either don't have 90 seconds because you gonna nut or you gonna catch a cramp.
I'm prone to catching cramps. I'm prone to catching cramps.
Right.
Listen, I work out. Every trainer I have, they work me vigorously.
Right.
Vigorously.
And I believe you have win for a big nigga.
But not just win.
Right.
Listen,
hey man, I ain't gonna let them go on there like that.
I wasn't trying to go there.
It's only one position.
I wasn't trying to go there, but y'all was championing.
It's only one position don't work for me.
They made us go there.
Yeah, they did though.
Because the bitch gotta be tall enough because I'm wide. So when she get on top, it's like hips hurt.
But listen, I'm an ice cream cone. I'm a little nigga at the bottom.
Listen to me, man. Did you hear this man say, when certain women ride him, they tell him that they hips hurt.
Yeah, they. Hey,
it's a workout.
Wide you gotta be there. I wear 44 in the waist.
It's a workout. Fucking a big nigga.
44 inches in the waist.
He wasn't bullshit.
No, he ain't.
She got to do a split.
She doing the split.
Her man, that bitch like shit.
You got to be able to grapple a big nigga.
Man,
but by me having a small waist, it benefits me in a lot of shit.
Listen, big niggas' position is on their back and from the back, standing up.
No, man, no.
I like hitting from the back.
That's it.
That's it.
We gotta start from the front.
I got a secret.
What is it, missionary?
You didn't hit missionary?
Oh, that's my go-to.
Man, you a murderer. He's a stone cold killer. So So all the bodies you got buried at the house, I can't wait till they take you to prison.
What's your favorite position?
I am partial to the back. I love hitting bitch from the back.
I hit a bitch from the
I love
front.
hitting bitch from the back.
That boy said missionary is his
That ain't
go-to.
It's my
I'm gonna tell you why missionary not my go-to, bro.
That's too much work.
That nigga fucking scuba divers. You know
So
how long
hold
the
on,
bitch got to
do you
hold her
like
breath?
petite women or what? What's your go-to?
Well,
Being a big
none of my
man.
women can be over 160, bro.
Okay.
That's small.
My last bitch was 135, 135.
But see, these niggas ain't gonna believe that, and the listeners out there.
No, I don't believe. I seen his old lady. She was small and fine.
Listen, that's normally what we attract, right or wrong. Now I get now my Instagram.
I
get a lot of
whole different.
See, y'all have a big. This is a big nigga moment though. Y'all are trying to. You think you got to prove? I believe y'all get bad.
I'm not
bitches.
proving nothing.
I done seen you a bad bitch.
We not arguing with that.
I'm just answering the
What we
question.
are arguing is that, bro, y'all folks ain't fucking the shit out of nobody.
You crazy?
Period.
You crazy?
Y'all ain't fucking the shit out of
You're
nobody.
crazy.
Now, y'all, I'm not gonna deny the fact that somebody might climb up and ride themselves to death.
Yeah,
but on your
they fuck the
efforts,
shit out themselves on you.
right? But
Listen.
in your efforts,
But ain't that
I'm
the same
fucking
fucking
shit out of
shit?
nobody.
I'm gonna die fucking the shit out of a bitch.
I'm not.
It be rightfully so.
I'm stopping because
you damn sure gonna die.
I'm applying pressure. Like when we leave, you gonna say, God damn.
My hips hurt.
that's what I got.
He applying pressure.
Hey, but you know what? You see,
Hey man,
them little niggas love that shit though.
They love it, man.
that shit. I don't give a fuck.
But
First of all,
I ain't no little
the
nigga
end
though, so I
result is the same,
feel.
but
I
I'm
be
not.
tired. I know it. I
Check
be
the
tired,
box.
brother. I be tired. So I ain't no. I'm 270. So that ain't necessarily no little nigga. I
Man,
be
I'm
tired.
200 and I'm tired.
Be hit.
I'm not
Tired.
saying I don't get tired, man. But
Right.
Just say that. Thank you.
My goal is to get you there.
That's everybody's goal.
I'm
My
gonna
goal
die.
is to get rich. I ain't got the money yet.
I'm gonna die to prove a
this
point.
is a cheat code to the shit though. The cheat code is you gotta eat the pussy.
That's a
first.
big nigga move. That's a big nigga move. That's what I'm saying.
That's a cheat code.
That's my point.
Different kind. Hold on.
That is definitely a big dude
Yes,
move.
It's
big nigga.
different.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Big nigga still finger.
This
Yeah,
nigga
bro.
still what?
Fit finger.
No, I don't do that, bro.
He was a goddamn.
I eat ass, but I don't finger.
I play with that
that.
pussy.
Nigga, I don't give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
know.
First of all, if
That's
it's
not-
fucking,
that's not a
Ain't
big-
nothing wrong with
That's
that.
not a big nigga
it
move.
don't matter
man.
what you do.
That's not a big nigga
If you
move.
fucking like,
Finger. Yes.
First of
Playing
all,
with that pussy ain't a big
A
nigga.
nigga
move.
finna go ham. You ain't gotta. You just spit shining.
if I'm already,
But you
gone-
still playing with that pussy.
if
You
she,
don't have to.
she done agreed to fuck anyway, and if I feel comfortable enough to fuck her, I'm comfortable enough to do whatever the fuck I want to
See,
do with her.
I don't have to get comfortable.
I
Listen.
knew to bring y'all in for this shit, man. Listen, we are an hour and 41 minutes in, brother.
dope
We gonna
shit.
have, we a dope shit. We gonna have to be continue, but to tie it all in to close out, man. I hope throughout all the jokes, it's hard to have a anxiety issues podcast without jokes. That's why I love this shit, bro. But for real, I just want women to know, more importantly than anything, if you didn't take shit away from this shit, if you out here getting cheated on, which you are. It's not your fault. It's not a something that's wrong with you. It's not that you are lesser of. It's not that you're not an important enough woman or that you're doing something. It is in a man's nature. I can't explain it no more simple or basic than that. Right? You don't ask the alligator why he attacked the gazelle, or you don't ask the lion why he run with the lions, or they are built to function the way they function. You understand what I'm saying? So we can continue to deny nature with society and rules and religion, like my big dog said right here, but human nature will prevail at the end of the day.
Every time.
Right. So for women out there, because I know this is coming, well, what if we fuck other bitches? Bitch, you don't want, what if we fuck other men? You don't want to.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. So do not come at this podcast, well, how would they feel if we fucked other men? That's not what you want, because if it is, you would have said it first.
Right.
Right. You see, if we sat down and we talked about what we want out of relationships, I would tell you, if I was honest, to be able to sleep with other people, right?
That's true.
If you were honest and you were able to speak first, you would may say to get your bills
That's
taken
gonna be
care
their
of.
last answer.
Right. But if I sit back and say everything you say, like if she say, oh, well, I want a man to take care of me. Well, I want a bitch to take care of me. Well, where are we then? We're nowhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying initially how I feel.
Game. We
Exactly.
Right where we started.
Right. If you wanted this would be an issue. Men aren't out here crying about all the women that's cheating on us and our broken heart. That's not our story. That's not our MO.
Right.
So all I want y'all to take from this shit is that it's in a man's nature. And we got to do another episode on this. We got to get deeper. We got to, break down the layers of it. Bro, I thank both of y'all for coming on here. Big Bone, I appreciate you, big brother, for coming to show love. Andre, I thank you for coming from the A down here, brother, to talk. I got to get on you about some rap shit before you leave. But yeah, go check it. You got anything coming? You got anything dropping? Anything they need to look for?
I'm just all over the place, man. Boney850, Instagram, all my social media. But let me say this before we leave.
Go ahead.
Why men cheat, this was like the best podcast you can do because you got 4 different body types.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter if you fat, don't matter if you tall, don't matter if you Chinese, African, or what.
Right.
It's in a man's DNA.
Right.
But if y'all want to know more about me and my interesting lifestyle, you can follow me on social media.
What the OnlyFans is, and then out you.
I'm going to create an OnlyFans because, listen, I'm going to tell y'all why. I done had at least 10 people in 2021 tell me I need an OnlyFans.
Listen, bro, this is going to be no homo. This is going to be the first male OnlyFans in my life that I ever subscribed to because I got to see this shit, bro.
Got to see this pressure, huh?
I done watched porn before, and porn got niggas in it.
Right.
I got to see this shit because once I see this episode of him on this OnlyFans, bro, I'm going to fire his ass.
Yeah, he didn't put the pressure on himself, though, so if you start one, they coming.
Bro,
They got to see.
These going to be 30-second clips on this OnlyFans. I promise. 30-second clip. It is not gonna be longer than 30 seconds.
Nigga talking about when you gonna unlock the rest? No, that was $9.99. That wasn't enough pressure for you.
I knew it was coming.
Hey man,
That boy said, "Where you gonna unlock the rest?"
You know what? My next album is gonna be called Freaking Nature because that's what I am. Goddamn.
turn up, King Griffin.
Man.
Shout out Shoney's T-Ball.
Shout out to Shoney's
Y'all better
T-Ball.
listen. My nickname is not motherfucking King Griffith.
I like that though. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning into the Anxiety Issues podcast, man. Until next time, we appreciate y'all, man. We out here.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all boys stupid though.